everyone! Today I'll be talking about sensory teaching and how I use it in my lessons here. Sensory teaching is used every single day. I often don't even realize it. So we have our senses, which help us experience the world around us and connect with it. And this is really important to bring into our playing. So having that variety of being able to teach with an oral approach, verbal, visual, or kinesthetic is very, very helpful. It creates multiple different pathways to engage the student and expands learning opportunities if a certain approach isn't clicking for someone. But in general, I think that all of the sensory approaches work together to create a comprehensive idea of a concept we're working on. So I'm going to walk you through an example of what this might look like in one of our lessons. We're going to look at a passage from the exposition of Mozart's Fourth Concerto for violin. And the skill we're really looking at and focusing on is switching from various bow techniques with ease and clarity. First, I will demonstrate the passage for you. Now let's talk about how we can use sensory teaching to work on this concept of switching between bow strokes. I'm going to take you through a sequence that I like to use to give a comprehensive attack at a certain problem that we're working on. So we're going to start with oral, and then verbal, and then visual, and kinesthetic. So we're going to listen, we're going to reflect and discuss, we're going to see, and then we're going to do. Let's use our oral approach by listening to that passage one more time and paying attention to where the sounds are changing. Now that we've listened to the passage and picked out with our ears where the sounds are changing, we can now talk about maybe why these sounds are changing. What is it contributing to the music, and what do we want to portray? So there's two different ways that we can use the verbal approach. We can talk very technically, or we can talk musically, and they go together very well. So in a technical sense, we can pick out what bow strokes are we using. The bow strokes are going to be slurs, détaché, and then spiccato. So we have slur, and then détaché. Slur, and then spiccato. We can also use the verbal approach to talk about musicality. What do these changes in bows contribute to the music? How does it make you feel? Could it be excitement or playfulness? Let's put into words what these feelings are. Now let's talk about visual inspiration. So it's really helpful to come up with images of what the music makes us think of, so that we can really tap into that and connect with it to create exactly the sound that we want. So I would ask my student, what do these sounds make you think of? Let's come up with a story of what might be going on. Does this sound like raindrops falling on a body of water? Does it sound like a snake slithering through the grass? Whatever it is and whatever they come up with doesn't really matter. It's the creativity that sparks curiosity, discovery, and joy, and that is really important. So once we have those visual images, we can jump into doing what we have talked about and listened to and visualized. This is the fun part. All right, so instead of just jumping in and playing the passage, let's break it down stop between every single bow stroke so that we can hear every single moment where we need to transition. So all of those little pauses are the moments where we need to transition. There's quite a few of them, and they're not all in the same pattern. So the first step is to really get a good idea of exactly what we're doing physically with the bow arm. At the kinesthetic approach, we reach our final destination. All of the other senses that we just went through will prepare us to play with the sound that we want. So when we get here, it's really important to just go for it, and whatever happens, listen and learn from it. And then we do the process over again. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a beautiful day.